Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of the Freelance Filmmaker. I'm Sperrazzo, and today we're gonna do a question and answer. But there's only one question, so we'll get into it. By the way, the vlogs have been getting a good response. Not a ton of views, but there's a more engagement than my other videos. So I'm gonna keep it up. I like this. I like this thing we got going here. And then thank you for subscribing to the new subscribers. Anyways, back to it. The question is asked by Elite Lens Films. He says, loving the series, man. Thank you. Notifications turned on. Do you think you could make a video talking about your first experiences in marketing yourself as a freelance video guy? Maybe like some tips for someone starting out. No contacts, no nothing. LOL. Yes, I can. And so we're gonna talk about that. So a little disclaimer. I'm 18 years old. I'm making... So a little disclaimer, I'm 18 years old and I'm making about 100 to 800 bucks a month, and it's super up and down. So my goal with this vlog is documenting me going from super inconsistent to very consistent and being able to support myself and move out of my parents' house. So in no ways am I the guy that's making 6 figures and I can tell you all the little secrets, but I can tell you what I did to be making some money doing it. And then also, it's kind of fresh in my mind because it wasn't that too long ago, so I can tell you exactly what happened. Also, by the way, a school just got out, which really sucks. It was perfectly quiet, but there might be some kids in the background. It's literally to my left. So again, I'm 18 years old and I started freelance filmmaking about 2 years ago, so when I was 16. I started filmmaking when I was in 8th grade, so about 14 years old. So I learned there, and then I got to a point where it's okay, I think I'm ready to get paid. And I do quotations because you're not gonna get a lot of paid work when you first start. I would say the biggest tip I can give is network and do a lot of free work. So network and free work. When I started, I had the Canon T3i and a really, really crappy lens, and I did a few things for my church. I knew this guy that rapped, so I made a really, really crappy video. Not super crappy, but it was just very beginner. You can tell with the effects and everything. And I made that, and then I made one for his friend. Those were both free. I kind of got that under my belt. So I had 2 free music videos and some free church videos I did. Not a lot, but I was scrolling through Instagram and this guy, Lee Williams, liked my post on Instagram. And I just clicked on his profile, listened to his music, saw he was in Vegas. I was like, yo, I can do a video for you for free. Again, another free job. But he's completely fine with coming from Vegas to San Diego because, as you learn, a lot of people will do stuff for free work. So he came down, we did a video. It was all right, I was getting there. And then I learned he had a friend at the name, his name was Kid. Now it's Isaiah Ziv. And at that time he had about 6,000 followers on Instagram, and I was like, yo, what? 6,000, that's crazy exposure. So then I got into contact with him through Lee, all through Instagram, by the way. And so then Ziv came down and we shot probably one of my favorite music videos to date, just because I spent so much time making the set, and the lighting was cool. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below. As you build up more free work and you sort of build a portfolio, you begin to start charging. So I started charging 150 bucks for music videos, and I still wasn't getting a lot. I wanted to charge, but I wasn't getting any work, you know? So I did that for a while. Then I was getting more church work, and then just more super random jobs. I still am, by the way. And so after taking all these super random jobs, all 150 bucks, I'm growing in my craft. I think that's a big key, growing in your craft, learning a lot about filmmaking. I got to a point where now I'm comfortable with my work to charge higher prices, like $500. I'm comfortable with doing $2,000 jobs, even higher. I'm completely fine with that now because I'm confident in my work, which I think is also a big key when you're beginning filmmaking. You don't want to be nervous going into a higher budget video, right? So get confident in your work, but then once you're confident in your work, I would say a big thing is don't hesitate to start charging 500 bucks a video, 300 bucks a video. Get out of that $150 range, because it's not gonna help you grow. People will start valuing your work as if it's $150. So oh, he's whack, he's 150 bucks. So a big tip for you, Elite Lens Films, is do free work a lot of it, but make it really good. Put a lot of effort into it. Eventually, when you get to a point where you're comfortable with your work and you're getting clients, I'm working to get there right now, you will be able to put less work into the lower budget videos because they're not paying for that work. But when you don't have a big portfolio, then you have to put in the work for maybe like an $1,000 video and a video that's only 150 bucks or even free. You're gonna put in the work to make it look as best as possible, so then when you go to the next person with that video, you can say, hey, I'm charging 300 bucks, I'm charging 200 bucks, I'm charging 500 bucks, whatever that is. You see what I'm saying? I remember watching a video by Jacob Owens, the Buff Nerds. If you don't know about him, check him out. He was saying that for the lower budget videos, he doesn't do any of the pre-production. So like, he leaves it up to the client to find locations and concepts and all that, and then he shows up, shoots it, and edits it. And so he's at a point in his career where he can definitely do that. Me, not. You know, we need to build where we have a portfolio. He has a giant portfolio, so he can do that with lower budget work. So put in 100% into all the videos in the beginning, definitely. And then eventually when you get to that point, don't be afraid to charge a higher price, you know? And so tip number 2, which kind of goes along with everything I just said, is network. Use social media, DM people, put in their comments, YouTube comments. That's how I'm working with Ruslan. He announced a new series and I just messaged him in the comments, and now we're working together. We're shooting all his one-take videos. And it's also free work, because I know that he has a lot of contacts, he has a lot of business knowledge, he's a good contact to have and learn from. So even I'm still doing free work. I don't think you ever outgrow free work, you just outgrow the types of free work you're doing. You'll go from doing anything for free to doing cool projects for free, or doing passion projects for free, helping out on someone's video for free, you know? But I think free work is always a big one. And use Instagram, use YouTube comments, and that's just worked for me. That's what I've done. That's how I got in contact with Lee Williams, Isaiah Ziv, Ruslan, all that jazz. Tip number 3 is pretty simple. It's just set goals. So when I first started in 8th grade, I said, when I'm 18, my senior year, I wanna have enough clients to be able to support myself financially and pay for like basic bills. I'm not moved out, I'm 18, but I'm able to pay for my car, my phone, and all that jazz. So now I'm working to move out, right? So now my goal for this month is gonna be finish the 2 videos from my clients that we're about to shoot, and then put up my website. Then my long-term goal for the next 1.5 years is be making enough money to move out, maybe with some friends. It doesn't need to be a lot of money, but how I plan on doing that is networking, and then getting to a point in a year where I'm making maybe $1,500 a month, and then with those 6 months, be making that consistently so I can move out. So my question is for you viewers, for you beginning freelance filmmakers, just like myself, what are your goals and how do you plan on accomplishing them? I know this was a different video, not the normal vlog, but the normal vlog will be back again next video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, go ahead and subscribe. Peace.